My dear students, colleagues and subscribers of this channel, in this video I'll discuss numerical descriptive measures of quantitative data. As you remember, in my previous videos I discuss a number of things. So let me start with the introduction. A data set in its original form where the data have not been processed or analyzed is usually very large, and such a data set is not very helpful in drawing conclusions or making decisions. It is easier to draw conclusions from summary tables like frequency distribution, one-way table, two-way tabulation, contingency tables or cross tables, and diagrammatic representation or graphic presentation of data than from the original version of a data set. So we reduce the data to manageable size by constructing tables, drawing graphs, or calculating summary statistics such as averages, etc. The portion of statistics that helps us do this type of statistical analysis is called descriptive statistics. And the definition of descriptive statistics is that it consists of methods of organizing, displaying, and describing data by using tables, graphs, and summary measures. There are three different types of descriptive statistics. Number one, tabular presentation of data, that is frequency distributions. There may be one-way frequency distributions or two-way frequency distributions, and graphical representations of data. We have already discussed frequency distributions and graphical representation in case of categorical data. Today in this video we will discuss summary statistics or numerical descriptive measures of quantitative data. So far as categorical or nominal and ordinal variables are concerned, we don't compute summary statistics for those. Instead, we represent those data in the shape of tables, or we represent them graphically with the help of diagrams. We have already done that in our previous videos in this playlist. In the present video lecture, we will discuss summary measures of quantitative variables or quantitative data. To do that, let me open my data file, as I have already discussed about this data. This data contains a total number of 110 observations, and there are some categorical variables. For example, education is a binary categorical variables having two values, one for educated and 0 for uneducated. Then there is another categorical variable, health. One stands for healthy and 0 stands for sick. Then there is a quantitative variable, that is marks in statistical analysis and interpretation. Then there is another variable, quantitative, which is quantitative marks in research. Then there is gender variable, one stands for male and 0 stands for female. Then there is marks in statistical analysis and interpretation after training by the students. And then there is another categorical variable having three categories. One stands for general, two stands for academic, and three stands for vocational. And finally there is one more categorical variable, which is science versus humanities, and that means this variable has a code of 1 for those students who studied science in their high school, and 0 for those who studied humanities for social sciences. So with the brief description of this data, let me discuss and calculate the numerical descriptive measures of quantitative variables. So marks in statistical analysis and interpretation, marks in research, and marks in statistical analysis after training. These are three quantitative variables, so I'll be analyzing these three variables. So the statistical analysis of these three quantitative variables will be discussed in the present video. So I will navigate to analyze, and then I'll go to descriptives, and within descriptives, if I click on descriptives again, then let me take them out. So originally this space for variables will be empty. So let me send this variable here because I want to analyze this one, and then this one, and then this one. So the scale with these variables shows that these are scale variables, or ratio scale, or you can say these are numerics or quantitative variables. If I click on OK, it will give me a number of descriptive measures. So it gives me total number of observations. So the total number of observations for all the three quantitative variable is 110. Then it gives me range. So range is the difference between the maximum and the minimum value. So this range means that 75 minus 35 is equal to 40, and this range of 48 means that 74 minus 26 is equal to 48, and here the maximum value is 90 and the minimum is 42. So this is the difference between 90 and 42. So this is range. These are minimum and maximum values for all the three variables. Here is the mean. This is the mean for marks in statistics before training. This is the marks in research methodology, and these are marks in statistical analysis and interpretation after training. These are the standard errors of the means. These are standard deviation. The standard deviation for marks in statistics, statistical analysis and interpretation is 9.90, 9.91, and for marks in research this is 10.77, and for marks in statistical analysis and interpretation after training this is 11.86. Here is variance, and variance is the square of standard deviation. So square of this standard deviation is equal to this square of this standard deviation, that is 10.77, is equal to 116.116, and the square of 11.86 is equal to 140.674. This is the skewness statistics for skewness. The skewness value for marks in statistical analysis and before training is 0.245. For marks in research this is minus 0.349, and for marks in statistical analysis after training this is 0.359. These are their standard errors, and here we have Kartos' statistics. Sometimes we are also interested in finding the median and mode, as well as quartiles of data and some other descriptive statistics which are not here. So to do that, I'll again navigate to analyze again and descriptive, but this time I would like to click on frequencies, and I'll use these variables, but this time I will click on statistics, and since they have already been checked, so I will leave them as checked. So I need quartiles, that is first, second and third quartiles, then mean, median, mode, sum, standard deviation, variance, range, minimum, maximum, standard error of mean, skewness, and kurtosis. Click on continue, and then OK will give me all descriptive measures. So it gives me a lot of statistics. So these are the valid number of observations. So the total number of observations for all the three variables is 110. Missing values are 0 because there is no missing value. Mean of this variable is 53.7 and 53.59 for research methodology, and 63.92 for marks in statistical analysis after training. This is standard error of mean for the three variables. This is median for the first variable, that is 53.50 and this is 53.7. So the mean and median are very close, and this is mode. Mode is 57 for the first variable, and there are also mean, standard error of mean, median, and mode, and these are mean for marks in statistics, their standard error of mean, and median, and mode. Here there is a this is a superscript a, so it means that there are a number of modes for this variable, so it automatically selects the smallest value here. So the smallest value is there. There may be also another mode, another one or more than one modes in addition to this. Then we have standard deviation for all the three variables. Then we have variance, where variance is the square of the standard deviation, and standard deviation is the positive square root of variance. These are values for skewness, these are values for kurtosis, and these are the standard error of kurtosis, and these are the standard error of skewness. This is range for the first variable, range for the second, and range for the third. And then we have minimum and maximum values for all the three variables. These are the sum of values for the first variable, and the sum of 110 values for all the three variables. And finally we have 25th percentile, which is equal to first quartile. Then we have 50th percentile, which is equal to second quartile, and this is also known as a median, because if you look at this, this is 53.50, and here median is also 53.50, and finally this is a 75th percentile, which is equal to third quartile for all the three variables. In order to see the modes for the second variable, for the first and the second variable there is only one mode, that is mode is 57 for marks in statistical analysis before training, and mode for marks in statistical analysis after training is this mode is equal to 68.40, but mode for the marks in research methodology, it has this superscript, and it says multiple modes exist, the smallest value is shown. So this is the smallest value. So let me check mode for the second variable. This is the frequency for the first variable, and this is for the second variable. So you can see there are two modes. Mode means the maximum number of occurrence. So this 58 in the second variable, that is marked in the search methodology, occurs 10 times. Similarly, 63 also occurs 10 times. So this is by model. The distribution here is by model. So this is how we can check numerical descriptive statistics. These are also known as summary measures or summary statistics. SPSS is the best software which gives us maximum number of descriptive statistics. We can also get these descriptive statistics in Stata, but Stata doesn't give all these descriptive variables easily. Similarly, we can also find out various descriptive statistics using R software, R programming language, but R is a little bit different programming language, and in which we have to compute some of the variables separately, one by one. I hope this is quite informative for you. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope